Good Sunday morning, everyone. I'm First Alert meteorologist Leah Murphy. The time right now is 8:56. Hopefully everybody got to enjoy that extra hour of sleep last night as we set the clocks back. Sunrise this morning was at 6:26. Sunset tonight is at 4:40 p.m. We're waking up this morning, temperature right around 40 degrees right now with mostly sunny skies, and we're going to be looking at a pretty nice sky all day today. Year 24 showing sunny skies for the remainder of the day, with highs coming up into the lower and middle 50s for the valley, some upper 40s for the Berkshires, so a little bit cooler out there. We're going to maintain clear skies as we head into the overnight hours. Those temperatures fall back down into the 20s, so it'll be a cold start for your Monday. Tomorrow, much of the same, although we will be seeing some more cloud cover and a breeze now coming in out of the south instead of the north for today. And we are going to be looking at temperatures relatively the same, getting into the 50s. But we've got a big warm up on the way just in time for Election Day. We do have highs expected to get into the 70s. Same for Wednesday, and we are trending warmer as we continue for Thursday and Friday. All right, let's look at your forecast. Wesley has your top stories. Good morning, Wesley.
Good morning, Liam. Good morning to all of you at home. Wesley Days here with a look at what's making headlines on Western Mass News. We're starting with these brush fires. They're everywhere at this point. Crews responded to a brush fire on North Street in Whately last night. No injuries were reported. That fire was started by sparks from a pellet stove vent and quickly spread throughout the front of the house. The flames were quickly extinguished. But the brush fires don't stop there. In Northampton, the Fitzgerald Lake Conservation Area fire has grown to 52 acres. That's according to Northampton Fire Rescue. The fire was monitored overnight to prevent more to spread. Now we're going over to Munson. That fire is a little over 43 acres, but 90% contained. The Munson Fire Department said they'll be back out there starting at 8 this morning. They've been out there for an hour now, so we'll keep you updated as we get more updates. And we're finishing off with election news. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are both on a swing state blitz in the final 48 hours before Election Day. I'll tell you more about that when Western Mass News at 9 a.m. returns on ABC 40 and Fox 6.